Alright guys, this is Chris Gutierrez with Code 3 Motors, longtime paramedic and power stroke mechanic. I got a little bit of a sun issue and I hope that it's not... I can't see my audio levels. Oh, there they are. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of road noise today also. This is a 2010 F350 by Wheeled Coach. Wheeled Coach is the coach builder, and it has just under 100,000 miles. It has 99,820 or something. We'll look at the odometer when we get inside, but you'll see this thing's in phenomenal shape. Beautiful red paint, lots of gold leaf over the fenders and around the doors, all around. And we're just going to do a walk around on the outside, and then we're going to go through all the exterior compartments, and then we'll get in the patient compartment. We'll go in the cab, go over all the Ford stuff, and then we'll go for a test drive. And we'll look at the undercarriage, the tires, the motor. There's nothing that you're gonna leave this video wondering about. So let's go ahead and start getting into it. You can see that gold leaf really pops. Let me get a little closer in on that. Beautiful paint job and really well taken care of ambulance. So let's get into our compartments now that the road noise has died down. Compartment 1 is our O2 compartment. You'll see that we have a rack here that because it doesn't have any, a top to it, you could put an H tank in here. Most people use an M tank. An H would fit, and you'll also notice that the regulator is present and ready to go. So just put a tank in there. There's your Star of Life sticker if you happen to need that in your particular state. This compartment here, there's a shelf that's adjustable. You can put restock supplies or additional equipment, extrication equipment, whatever you want. And then the inverter, it has a Vanner Lifestar EMS inverter in there, and then our suction motor is further behind that. This area here is so you can put a sharps container and a trash container in there. You can drop it down from the inside from the jump seat where there's a counter in there where you can drop that through, and that's where you can remove it and change it and whatnot. Over here we have a 2-door situation, and there's a shelf there. Let me back up a little bit more. There's a shelf that's adjustable. You could put it much lower if you want. It's up kind of high. I'm not sure what they had in there, but there is power to this compartment. Right there, there's a hot and a ground lead, and then there's lights here that come on when the doors are open. But you could put turnout gear. It's big enough you could put turnout gear in here, SCBAs for at least 2 people, probably more, but you could put sizable, you could even put a generator in there. We'll get in the back in a minute. Let's just finish knocking out the rest of this compartment. Here's our backboard compartment. There's a divider there, very tall, pretty roomy. You could put a flat in there and probably at least 4 or 5 backboards. So pretty roomy spot. Here's another sizable compartment if you wanted to divide, passenger side turnout gear versus driver's side turnout gear. This is big enough for all of that stuff. And then over here is our compartment for all of the gear that you're going to take into your rescue, your jump bag, your portable oxygen, portable suction, your monitor. All of that stuff is there. There is a plug up there, so if your portable suction and monitor are in this compartment, they can charge while they are stored in that compartment. And there's reach through, so once you're inside the back, if there's something in one of your bags that you need, you can access it while you're inside. Down below is a battery compartment. There's 2 batteries in a slide out tray, and then there's one under the hood. That's pretty typical, 3 batteries total. So let's jump in the cab. We'll jump in the cab, go over all the Ford stuff, and then we'll get in the back and go over all of that business. Let me just give you a little look here. There is a side step that's pretty big. It's long, and then our door panel's in great shape. Floor's in great shape. Upholstery is in great shape. There are no tears. Nothing weird about the upholstery. The headliner's in great shape. No Mars, no marks. You'll also notice that there's a monitor hanging from the ceiling. That's for the backup camera. Fire this thing up and get some power. Let's see, is that the right? Alright. Okay. So, let me get the steering wheel. I hope the sun isn't going to screw us up. But you can see, let me zoom in on the mileage there. Mileage is 99,859.6. No check engine light, no service engine soon light. All of our gauges are nominal where they should be. And, oh yeah, another thing that's pretty cool. Let me put it in reverse real quick. And let's see, reverse. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it when I look directly at it, but my camera doesn't seem to be picking it up very well. But you can see the dirt. You can see that there's, I don't know if you can see, there's an ambulance back there in that rear corner. And this little box is the shadow of our ambulance from the sun. But when you put it in drive, for example, what's cool is the camera doesn't go automatically back, it doesn't go blank right away, so it gives you a little bit of time to still see behind you as you're pulling away, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Here's our dash. Great shape. It's a little chewed up right here because there's a computer tray here, and from it scratching up against there, it's chewed up the dash right there. Other than that, the dash is in fantastic shape. It always drives me crazy when there's, you know, some cup holder or something mounted right in there, or microphone clips and stuff mounted all over the place. But let's start going through all of the Ford stuff. Max AC, you probably see this light just kicked on. Right, let me see that right there. And then here's our speed selector. So let's put it on AC. This is our climate control. Open up the vents. That works fantastic. And then I'll cycle through all the options here. There's just the top vents there. There's the top vent and feet. That's off. Just the feet, you can hear the actuator door moving. Defroster and feet. And just defrost, and I can hear it now blowing out of the top of the dash. There is that. Our power, our windshield wipers. You can see our spray works, and then our wipers, and then we can make them go super fast. There's several options in the middle. We have cruise control, but I can't really demonstrate that. We got our power windows, and they're the kind, I hate auto, like if you just do that, because it never stops where you want it to stop, but it has the auto, and they're really fast too. You'll notice that. There's that. And then if you continue to look in that mirror, I'll show you our power mirrors. Those are really quick and responsive. I like that. And it's so key to have power mirrors for the passenger side, because if that thing isn't set right and you're driving, your partner's in the back, it is a pain in the butt. You can see that one's working great. And then we've got power door locks. That works everything. All of the back compartments, the exterior compartments, the back doors, all of that stuff. And then, let's see, I guess we'll do our emergency lights. Okay, so there's a switch for master. This has to be on to make anything in the back work. If you turn it off, it's kind of like having a battery switch on the side of the seat, which I'm sure everyone has seen that. This doesn't have a battery switch, it just has a master. And then if you want to, for your emergency lights, you can have everything preset, and then you just have to flip your sequencer switch. Now all the emergency lights are going. This second tier down here is non-emergency stuff: left flood, right flood, rear load. And then if you accidentally leave the patient heat on in the back, you can turn it off from here. This is to kill the backup alarm. And then our siren horn, so you can use the horn ring with the siren, which is right there, our Whelen siren. Matter of fact, let me toot that real quick. Let me put my window down. We'll just do the siren test real quick so you can get a full test of that. Uh-oh. What did I not push? Oh, got to turn the power on. Okay, here we go. So there's that. Also has electronic air horn. And then we have our PA system. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear it. I can turn it up a little bit more. Testing, testing. All right, let's get out and look at all of the emergency lights. And see what we got here. So you'll notice we've got front emergency 3x7 red light in the front fender. In the grill, there's a combination of white lights that are on the bumper, and then there's 4 red lights in the grill. If you don't like the flash pattern that they have, we can make them go faster. We can make them do something a little crazier. They're going pretty crazy up on the top. You can see there's a white light in the center, and then there's 3 on either side of the white light 9x7s, and then we've got turn signals that are mounted up on the box. You'll also notice that black box that's over there, that's an Opticom. So if your city is equipped for Opticom traffic signals, if they have the receiver on the traffic signals, you can change a red light to green as you're approaching. But your city has to obviously be equipped with that. And you'll see there's our front fender light there. There's 9x7s. These are LEDs. There's 2 banks of them. And then we got the side floodlights on. And again, these are programmable. So if you want them to go a little crazier, flash more than just a typical on and off kind of flash, you can adjust that, or we can do it for you. You'll also notice that the clearance lamp strobe, the front and the back. Then back here, I should have put the hazard lights on. I'll do that in a second. Then back here you can see we got amber on the outside, and then there's 3 red inside of that. And then we got the clear load lamps, and then there's 2 more 9x7 red lights on either side of the door. And you'll notice that the wheeled coach has like the newer style wheel coach brake lights. This is their proprietary integrated all-encompassing rear lights. So this is running light and brake light, turn signal, reverse lamp. Everything's LED except for the reverse lamp. The reverse lamp is halogen. And then it also has more on the box. Let me put the hazards on real quick, and we'll be able to see something. Alright, so when we put the hazards on, we get the arrows and the amber in the bumper. So just the ambers come on, which is what I would prefer, because sometimes while you're still driving, you want to have your hazard lights on just to let other people know, hey, there's a hazard, without it disabling your running lights or your brake lights. So there's that. Let me show you the undercarriage while we're here. and let's look at the tires as well. It's got Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires. All 6 are matching, and they're in almost new shape. You can see they still have the little rubber hairs on there. You can see those are in great shape. You can kind of see there's no rust in there. You can see the springs and shocks. Pretty good. You can see the frame back there. All right, let me pop the hood. We'll give the motor a look. And then we'll go into the patient compartment. And then we'll do a test drive. And I think that'll pretty much cover every little thing that there is to cover on this thing. Cheeto. Here's our motor. Looks very clean, very nice shape, and it sounds great. That's the most important part. There's that. There's no leaks, no oil leaks, no water leaks, no leaks of any kind, no fuel leaks. This is the 6.4 liter turbo diesel. Huge radiator. This thing is, the big problem with the 6.0 is it ran too hot, and it caused a lot of problems with the EGR cooler. So when Ford came out with this motor in 08, huge radiator, huge transmission cooler, and it's fixed the overheating problem that the previous Power Stroke motor had with the 6.0. All right, I'm going to actually, I think, pull it into the garage to do the patient compartment video, so we don't have to compete with sunlight and this traffic noise. So let me do that, and I'll be right back with you.